Hello everybody and welcome to another video. This one is a little bit different, maybe a lot different, as you can see from the title of this video. Tomorrow I'm running 80 kilometers and yeah, that's what this video is about. I'm feeling, it hasn't been the greatest start already. I've had a stomach bug for the past 2 days, so haven't been able to eat a lot. And it's very crucial to be eating enough, first of all, and second, a little bit more than enough, and eating a lot of carbs. So I've kind of not been able to do a lot of carb loading, which has me feeling nervous. There's like obviously the physical aspect of it, which, I'm not feeling great. My stomach feels weird, and that is nerve-wracking in one way, but psychologically, knowing that I don't have my glycogen stores fueled up, that is also nerve-wracking. But as I have maybe mentioned in a few videos, I am trying to embrace the imperfect race, and this is pretty much, not good. It's pretty much not great. So yeah, that's where we're at. I Last week I was at uni and we were sitting down a lot. Yeah, it was stressful. I didn't have time to think about this. And so, again, probably I'm feeling, I don't even know what I'm feeling, to be honest. I think if it wasn't for the stomach ache and just not feeling great in my body, I think I'd be quite relaxed because there is a sense of calm. And like, I am just gonna go out there and try and do the thing. And if I don't do the thing, I think that's fine. And also that there's so many versions of doing the thing. I can run the whole thing. I can walk half of it. There's many ways that I can complete it. So having that space and I think that grace with myself is really lovely. I've grown in some ways. But definitely the stomach ache and the loss of appetite is not fantastic. But anyway, I have most things ready. I am waking up quite early tomorrow at 4 a.m. and starting at 5. Um, this is just something that I'm doing on my own. I mean, I have not on my own, but I have friends and my partner who is crewing me, but I'm not part of any actual race. There's something that happened at the beginning of the year that I just realized that I can do these, like I can have big goals and I don't have to pay money to complete them. I could just do them. So, yeah. Since being a student, I've just been more reluctant to spend money on races, and like if I can do it on my own, well, I'm going to do that instead. So, yeah, I'm starting at 5. I have my food packed up. I have a few options. And yeah, this is all quite new to me. The 50K felt, I won't say it was easy, but it felt a lot more achievable. It was all flat. I was just going in circles around, the same track. And yeah, I think my mindset, I was very focused, and this race had a lot of significance in many ways. This one, a little bit different. It is along the coast and it is steep in many places, lots of stairs. It's going to be very hot. So the route, the track itself scares me, but I have roped some friends in to run with me for sections of it when I am probably going to need someone to distract me and, motivate me a little bit. So yeah, I am just going to rest today. Gonna watch some things. I've been sipping on juice. I've been having a lot of juice just because I can't really stomach a lot much else. But yeah. And okay, I'm hoping to film little bits and pieces throughout my race, but yeah, I might show you the food that I have. I am all sparkly because I'm gonna go out for dinner with some friends for a little celebration. But before I do that, I wanted to give a big thank you to Ana Luisa for sponsoring this video. They have been a brand that I've partnered with many times throughout many years. I think I got my first order in 2019, which is this gold necklace, and I still wear it to this day. And I think that's one of the things that I love the most about Ana Luisa is that the quality of the jewelry is incredible. All their pieces are hypoallergenic and water resistant, so they last through daily wear. The sustainability aspect is also very important to me, and they use responsible materials and practices. Another thing that I really love about Ana Luisa is that their designs are quite affordable. They start at $39, which is incredible for long-lasting jewelry. And on top of that, every piece is covered by a 2-year warranty, which means that, you know, low risk, high reward. Their designs, there are so many to choose from, so you are bound to find something that you love. I also enjoy mixing and matching, and I feel like most of Ana Luisa's pieces are made to mix and match. The necklaces have different lengths, the earrings, you know, go together really nicely, and I think it's just such a wonderful way to start the day or to make yourself feel, I don't know, like when I put my earrings on, I'm like, I'm ready to go out. Right now is the best time to check them out. If you've been eyeing out some of their pieces, they are having their biggest sale of the year for up to 30% off store-wide for Black Friday. So whether you're shopping for yourself or getting ahead on some gift shopping for the holidays, this is your time. I have been wearing their pieces for years and years. Very likely, 99% likely that if you've seen me wear a piece of jewelry in a video, it's from Ana Luisa. So I can really recommend them, and I have given them as gifts as well, and people have really loved them. So you just have to click the link in the description box below and you're set. Thank you, Ana Luisa, for sponsoring this video, and I'm gonna go have some dinner now. Okay, so this is my box of food. I have a variety of gels here. I have some candy, some raspberries, some chips that are my go-to, some fruit pouches, a mango just in case, these mandarin cups, some bread, these electrolytes that I suspect I'll be having. And yeah, I don't feel like any of this at all today, but hoping for the best. I also have stuff in the fridge that I'll be taking, but yeah. I'm feeling okay. First 5Ks in. I think I just need to settle in. But my stomach is feeling weird. Yeah, but the view. The view. I mean, for me, it's about trying to enjoy it as much as possible, to take my time. And as I said yesterday morning or yesterday afternoon, I can complete this in many different ways. So I'm just gonna enjoy it as much as I can. Stomach not good, but look at this public bathroom. Stunning. Yeah, bad. Bad.
¡Vamos! Yeah!
You did it! You did it! Woo! How do you feel?
Oh, I'm so glad it's over.
You did such a good job. Oh. Oh my God, that was the most difficult thing that I've done in my life that I've chosen to do anyway. Um, it's the morning after. It's the day after. It's about midday. And I think all my running nightmares came true. All the things that I see on these trail running videos that I watch or the ultra videos that I watch, of things going wrong, it all happened. And bless me, I was looking at the footage that I took, which is not a lot because I was I was in a bad place. And the for the probably for the first 12 kilometers, I can just tell that I was really trying to remain positive. The only thing that got me through this race was the fact that so many of my friends came to support me, that my partner had created aid stations and organized people, that everybody was so happy to be there and they were so motivating. And yeah, I think that's what kept me going was knowing that every 12 kilometers or so, I was going to see people and they were going to see me and they really did see me at some low points. I did the first 40 Ks on my own, as in I ran them on my own, and then I had friends run with me. Um, I really didn't think that it was going to be as difficult as it was. Obviously, as I said before, I had been sick for the previous 3 days. I I wasn't really eating that much the day before the race, as in like 2 days ago. And then I was just not, I couldn't stomach a gel. It would just go straight through me. And so I stopped at every toilet in Sydney for the first like 4 hours. And then I realized I was like, I cannot take another gel. I probably took 3 to 4 gels, and that was disastrous. And so we had to have another strategy. Thankfully, I had a few options, but it was very difficult to eat. So I didn't eat a lot. Again, I am very surprised that I managed to do it. And I think that this comes like to the power of the mind. If I think back to one of my training runs in which I did the last half section as a training run, which was like 45 kilometers or so, I remember skipping the very end because I was like, I cannot do this. I am so tired. It's so hot. I'm so depleted. And so I just ran back and took the ferry home. And I was thinking about that, about the last like 12-kilometer section. I was thinking to myself, I cannot believe that 2 or 3 weekends ago, I told myself that I couldn't do it. And now I'm doing it. Haven't done 40 extra like I'm 70 kilometers in, you know? So yeah, the power of the mind and the power of community. Running is seen as a bit of a solo sport, but especially with ultra running, there's just no way that you can do that on your own. You need someone to be, even in races, you need aid stations. You need people who have, laid out food, fruit, whatever. Yes, I understand that there are some races that are completely self-sufficient, but the power of community, wonderful. Most of my friends don't run, and yet they came out and they made signs and they were so proud of me and were so motivating. And yeah, I was in the depths of darkness very often. And I've heard people talk about this, and I think that I hadn't quite related because I don't think that I had done anything long enough or difficult enough for me to enter a space where I was just questioning everything. I entered that space pretty quickly with this one, I tell you. Thankfully, the route is so beautiful. It's very steep. There's many hills, but Sydney is a stunning city, and I just also felt so lucky to be able to get to run. It's such a beautiful place. I There was people. My friend ran with me. A friend of mine ran with me for over 20 kilometers. Bless his soul. I did not say. I probably said two sentences to him because I was just like, I can't talk and I can't have you talk to me either, but I need you to run beside me. And then my other friend Nathan also ran with me, and then my partner ran with me with a bad knee. So it was essential to have people run by my side for the second half. And I'm so grateful that they wanted to, and it was very special. Yeah, so there you go. I ran 80 kilometers. This has been the most inconsistent training that I've done. I went a lot slower than I thought I would go. I'm giving myself grace because it was weird circumstances, and it was also a unfortunate weekend to have it on because the I was away from home for a whole week at university. I got sick, but I'm also trying to just let go of whatever like vision I had for it because I think there's obviously there's a lot of ego in that, and that's okay. What I kept coming back to during the race was the idea that there's so many ways to complete a single thing, and there were many ways that I could have completed this race, and the way that I did it was one way, and that is good enough. In fact, I should be very proud of myself, and I think that I am. So yeah, so now it's the next day. I surprisingly don't feel like death, but I also don't. I don't have a lot of appetite. I'm feeling a little bit nauseous. Didn't sleep too well. I was like lightly sleeping the whole night. I think I'm just like pumped with adrenaline. I was on my feet for over 10 hours, which is wild. Um, so yeah, I think obviously I can feel my legs. I can feel my legs and I can feel my right hip. That does not feel good. But, all my toenails are intact. I only got two blisters, which is fantastic. And yeah, my gear worked out well. And I have a million gels that I can have for future runs. But I definitely think I won't promise anything because I know how this works. It's like running amnesia. You're in the depths of hell and then you forget that you were in the depths of hell and then you think, okay, now I can go longer. If I can go 80, I can go 120. But I think I'm gonna take a little break from long distance running and just chill for a second. So yeah, that was that. And just one last thing that I want to say, just to wrap it all up. I guess two things. The first thing is that I'm a very average, normal person. I like running, but I don't have running talent. But what I'm saying is that a lot of these things are achievable if you just like set out a plan. It's almost like it's about the first step, about setting things and putting them in motion, and then tackling them one bit at a time. That's the same thing with the 80K I did yesterday. It was like, okay, I can do 12 kilometers to the aid station. I've done 12 kilometers a million times. I That is digestible for me. A lot of the times it was the longest 12K and most painful 12K I've ever done. But just knowing that I could divide it into these little nuggets that seemed more accessible just got me through it. And the second thing I will say is that I always wanted to be a runner and I always wanted to do long distance running. And it wasn't until I started taking care of myself, eating enough, and prioritizing eating enough and getting comfortable with eating enough, that I've been able to achieve some of these goals. For many years, I had an eating disorder, as many of you know, and that paired with like trying to run impossible. I could never do it. I always got injured. And so a lot of people that know me from that time in which I was always trying to be a runner and just couldn't do it because I'd get injured every other week and then had every other week, they'd be so surprised. And a lot of them are. They're like, what? And I owe that to healing my relationship with food. So, yeah, again, it's one of those things that for a very long time, I thought that the other people around me that seemed to have a normal relationship with food, oh, they could do it because they were different. They were built different. And then what I understand now is that it takes a first step and then it takes constant steps towards that goal. And it took a first step for me. And then I continued and I continued on, and then it became less difficult and less difficult. And now I'm here, in which, I think that there's still things to work on, but um, I'm in a good place and it is possible. It is possible. Okay, that is all. Thank you so much for watching. I didn't film as much as I wanted about the whole process. I don't know how many people are interested in ultra running on this channel. Um, but yeah, I appreciate all of you, and I shall see you very, very soon. Ciao, ciao.